Hey everyone, this is Crazyhouse, and I just wanted to give you guys a little preview of the assets that I put on my Patreon page. So first off, just let me start off by showing you the tier system that I have on Patreon. And you have the super tier, the hyper tier, and the ultra tier. That's not any type of technical name or anything like that. That's just the fun way I want to name my tiers. So for the first tier, the super tier, which is $5 a month, you get exclusive coloring pages, and you will also be able to get downloads like artwork for your laptop, desktop, or your mobile device. For the hyper tier, that is the tier where I'll be putting all of my clip art. So any type of original clip art that I create that you can download and use for whatever you feel that you want to use it for. If you want to use it to make greeting cards, if you want to use it as your avatar on your social media, if you want to use it for decorating cups, or like if you do any type of craft or something like that, if you want to do cups or t-shirts or something like that, you can use the clip art for that as well. And you also have the ultra tier, so that is the big one, and that's the one I've been working on, trying to gather all the stuff that I had created and also creating new things for. And this tier is the one where I put all of the assets that I create for 2D games or for 2D animation. So if you are a person who develops games, or you're a person who likes to create your own animations for whatever reason or for whatever thing endeavor you might have, maybe you just want a quick way to design some artwork, or maybe design a background or an item, that's what this tier is great for. Okay, so in this tier you will have all of my assets that I use and utilize in my designs for games. And the first group of assets that I uploaded for you guys to enjoy in the ultra tier is my candy and sweets assets. So this one is something that I did years ago, where I was working for a company and we were designing a game that was kind of based around, kid stuff and sweets and everything like that, but a lot of that stuff was not used for the game. So I was able to take some of that and also some new things that I created and incorporate all that into one downloadable asset. And you can, once you become an ultra tier member, that's $10 a month, you'll be able to download it. And I condensed it into a compressed file. You'll have to unzip it on your computer because there's a lot of files in there, a lot of image files in there. So that's the way you can just go ahead and download them and use them in any way you see fit. All the artwork in there is high quality, so you don't have to worry about that. So just to give you guys a preview of some of the artwork that's in there, I'll start off with just the candy and sweets assets. This is a lot of different types of candy and sweets that we created, or that I created, I should say, for a specific game, but like I said, it never materialized. So like, you do so much design work, some things get used, a lot of stuff does not. But this is pretty much all the stuff that did not get used. And there's an assortment of lollipops, there's an assortment of different types of candy, whether it be chocolate or otherwise. You got graham crackers, donuts, and even some specialty candy like chocolate covered pretzels or chocolate covered Twinkies. There's candy apples, caramel apples, there's candy corn, there are gumballs, an assortment of gumballs, an assortment of jelly beans, sugar jellies, peppermints, and sprinkles and sugar cookies and everything else that you can go ahead and download now. So if you want to use these for, like, if you wanted to create your own type of Candy Crush game and you wanted just some artwork to start you off, this would be a good option for you. Or even if you don't use this art per se, if you just want to use it as an inspiration, I do that a lot. I download and look at a lot of artwork online, and that usually is a way to help me in my creations for when I want to make something. So maybe you just want to use this as an inspiration, that's fine as well. So that will be in the candy and sweets assets, and that was the very first upload into the ultra tier. And if you don't want that one is also the one with the Cake and Castles assets. So that was the one where I actually designed almost kind of like a Candyland type background and everything. So with this, you have everything from candy cane trees. There's candy corn stalks instead of just regular corn stalks that grow out of a field. There's candy corn growing out of there. There are different types of cakes that I designed. There's a cream cookie cake. There's a German chocolate cake. There's strawberry cake. There's raspberry cake. And I even had an actual cake castle that I will provide to you in the assets folder. Now, I made sure I gave you the castle as a whole, but I also gave it to you in parts. So if you just want to use pieces of it, or use pieces of it as inspiration or whatever, you can do that. And there's lots of other little things there. And like when I designed the different types of cake, I made sure that I made, you know, if you want to, like, because my concept when I was designing this stuff was like it's a candy type land, and you can use the cakes as platforms. So if you're designing like a platform game, the classic idea of the platform game is the Mario Brothers. So you'll be able to use the cake as different types of platforms, and I kind of designed them in different ways. So you can use them as either towers or something for the character to jump on. There's even a little cupcake house that you can use in this assets folder. And I put together a little candy truck for you folks to see how you can use some of the candy assets as well as some of the assets in this folder. So that way you can see how you can combine things and kind of make your own ideas or whatever. So I took some of the candy corn, some of the pretzels, and some of the cookies and donuts, and just kind of made a little truck out of it. Just giving you an example, like if you want to use this actual truck, you can, but I'm just giving you an example here of what you can do with this artwork. And here you can see some of the backgrounds that I put together of how a lot of the stuff will look when it's put together in an actual scene. So you can kind of see it side by side and see how everything functions as well. I even gave you the sky background as well as all the clouds that I used. And with the candy cane trees, I gave you guys the tree trunks as separate, so you can use them as just bare candy cane trees, or you can put popcorn on them. That was my option. I put popcorn on them as kind of looking like the leaves of a tree. You might want to take some of the sprinkles or the gumballs from the other assets folder and use that as maybe the leaves of your candy cane tree. It's all up to you, but all that stuff is in there in these excuse me, in these assets folders. But like I said, it's only if you become an ultra tier member of the Chris Crazyhouse Patreon. So all that stuff is there for you. Just wanted to make sure you guys get like a preview and see what's in there. And for some of you who may not even know what I was talking about, now you can see it. And I'll probably be doing more updates like this as time goes on, especially anytime I update the ultra tier, because I think that one is a little bit more interesting for people who develop games, but also people who might not understand what I'm actually uploading. This way you actually get the chance to see in the preview of these videos what I'm talking about. So if you're interested in downloading any type of game assets, this will be the first one that I've uploaded. Next this weekend I will be uploading stuff for people who want to design like a beach or beach type backgrounds for games and all the stuff that goes with it. So as time goes on, probably once a month, I will definitely do some asset uploads for the Patreon. So that's it for this one, folks, and we'll be back again. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like this video, spread it around to people who might be interested in this type of stuff. And I'll get back with you again on another video. Tomorrow night we'll be doing another drawing my butt off video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, Chris Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.